want to show you a little about how the online homework system works for this course. The online homework system is called WAMAP, W-A-M-A-P. And the way it works is it just hooks directly into Canvas. So as you're working through a course on Canvas, you'll get to some assignments that are WAMAP assignments, and you'll just enter them right through Canvas and work on them there. So let me show you how that might look. I'm using right now a class from the past, and it has this assignment on adding, subtracting, ordering fractions. Notice they'll have some directions before you start, and these directions talk a little bit about what I'm going to be talking about. In this one, it does say, have your homework from section 3.1 in the textbook ready, because you're going to be uploading work for problems 33 and 57. When we upload work, we want to put it as a PDF file, so you want to have saved the work for those problems as a PDF file before you start. So I'm going to go ahead and go down here. This is where 20 points it says. It says it was due on May 3rd. And yours won't, of course, say teacher preview, but it'll be yours to do, and you'll push start. So let me show you around the page. You'll have your questions to do, and each question will tell you how many points it's worth. So this one right now has 0 out of 1 point. It'll tell you how many tries you will have on this question in this assessment, and this says you have 3 tries. And it will also say how many times you could retry and get a similar question, and this one has 19. What that means is when I put in my answer, if I get it right, I'll get my point and I can move right on. If I get it wrong, I can retry up to 3 times to get the correct answer. If I don't get the correct answer up to 3 times, I can do a similar problem and start over. I can do that 19 times, so lots of opportunity to get the point on the question. So on this particular one, 5/8 minus 1/8, says subtract and simplify. So I'm going to click inside the box. And when I do that, sometimes a WAMAP will pull up some helpful formatting. For example, this is going to have a fractional answer, so it gave me this fraction format. So I can click on that and put my answer in. So I'm going to say, what if I put in the answer 4/8? Click outside the box to get out of the edit, and then submit the question. So I got that answer wrong. I got 0 out of 1 point. You can see if I go up here, it says I still can try that problem 2 more times. So I look and I read the directions that said to simplify the answer. I realize I didn't. I click inside the answer box and I can edit it just using my keyboard to use my delete buttons and my numbers. Again, click out when I'm done editing and then submit. Now I've gotten the point for that problem. I can always try a similar problem if I want more practice. I just want to show you that if I did that, it'd bring up a new problem. And I'm going to put in just an incorrect answer on this new problem. Say I put in the answer 1/2. Notice that even though I got that new problem wrong, I haven't lost the point. I still have the point. I got that original problem right. So I could keep going to get more practice or move on because I do have the point for that question already no matter what. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to put in some other incorrect answers. That one really looks wrong. And I'm going to do that until I've used up all of my 3 tries on this problem. When I've used up all of my 3 tries, it doesn't say try again anymore. It says I could try a similar one, but you'll notice this little key came up. That key, if I click on it, shows me what the correct answer was to the problem I was doing, so I can kind of look back at it and try to figure out what was wrong before I move on if I want to try a similar problem. So again, you have the points possible, you have how many times you can retry that problem before it will show you the key, and then how many times you can try a similar problem to get your point, or if you already have the point, to just get more practice. You might have noticed that these first few problems had a video link. Sometimes problems do have that. If you click on that, it'll pull up a video that has some similar kinds of problems that might help you. All right. One other thing I wanted to show you in this particular assignment is if you get all the way to the bottom, you might remember at the start it said you were going to have to upload something. So for 6 points, it wanted you to upload these 2 problems. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Choose File, and then it will bring up my files. And I had this folder, I put the PDF for that in. So I'm going to open that, and I'll double check and make sure it has the correct name of the PDF file that I want that has the answers to those problems, and then I hit Submit. Notice on this manual one, it doesn't show any points. I got 0 out of 6 because the instructor has to go in and grade them to give me those points. So those points won't automatically show up. So that's a little introduction, and now you're going to just have a little practice putting a few answers into WAMAP to practice. If you ever get stuck, you can come back to this video or just shoot me a message through the Canvas Messenger, and I'll be sure to help you out. Thanks.